Lauren Dukes Band, and this is Hectic Love Week. We do the same things, expecting things to change.
My name is Lauren Dukes, and I'm a singer-songwriter.
We part our ways, then come back for some more.
I started singing in church when I was 4, and I even started getting paid to sing in churches at a really young age, and said, oh, you can actually make money from doing what you love and what I would already be doing for free anyway. So I started off singing gospel, and then got into various gospel choirs, and then got into the Chicago Children's Choir, which really just threw a lot of gasoline on the flames for singing. And but I'd always been writing poems, and that transitioned to writing songs when I was about 13. And my mother had me on piano already, so I've been entrenched in music somehow since a young age.
And please, baby, you're in my bed again on Monday.
Music can invoke any type of feeling or emotion that either you want to feel, or it can heal. Oh goodness, it's so much. It just, the way it can move a person. Two people can be total strangers, different backgrounds, and listening to the same song and possibly connect. It crosses religion, age, socioeconomic backgrounds. It really does. It can reach the masses. It can, what's the saying? Music can soothe the sin-sick soul. It's calm savage beasts. Since human beings, we are inherently a bit savage. The way it moves people is what I love most about it. Before I step on any stage, before I get behind any mic, I say a little prayer that is my heart's desire to entertain and edify God's people and His creation. I know, getting all churchy, but at the same time, make people feel better leaving than the way they came. That's the main point of it. Like, I want everyone to feel better than the way they came. So when I'm on stage, I'm not really thinking many cohesive thoughts, but it's just, all right, just give it, just all out right now. And a lot of times when I'm performing, it's the thought of how lucky I get to do this. Like, somebody paid me to essentially like play dress up and act like a fool on somebody's stage. And that's just, that's wild to me. I feel like every time I step on stage, the next day I'm gonna wake up and find that it was all a dream. You feel a rush. You feel connected to anyone listening. You can, as cliche as that might sound, you're connecting with people's souls. And think of like the most adrenaline pumping action, all of that at the same time. And then oddly, a peace, a calm from that contentment of doing what you love. So it's both exhilarating and calming at the same time, all existing in one experience. I sat on these songs for, like 8 years or so, around 6 to 8 years. And then Andy Sutton, he started booking me for public gigs that he was doing, and then we were just talking one day. I was like, oh, I write songs too. And he said, really? And I thought he was really just joking. He was like, well, why don't we record them? And he started telling me who he would love to get on the project and asking me how I would love to go about it. So it was really a collaboration, like who would you want ideally to play? This area has so many talented people. There was no way I was thinking of like, oh yeah, you're gonna get a Nick Bird, and sure. Nick Bird and Ola Timothy, and Andy Sutton, of course. And the only rotating variable tends to be what keyboard player is with us, but it's mostly Moses Hall. And but yeah, he started saying who he was gonna get to play, and I was like, okay, if you can get it, then yeah, I'm down for it. Love all those guys. Only one I really knew was Ola Timothy. Him and I played together on some gigs with Andy Sutton that he would book us on. But when it all came together, I was like, oh my goodness, everybody just vibed and got the concept of what I was going for the song, and then wanted everyone to put their own personality into each instrument, into what they were playing, and it came together perfectly. So it happened so seemingly organic, but Andy is really good at planning and bringing the right people together. So that's how it came about.
Fast or slow, no more waiting. All 'cause now you're here. She got what you want.
Andy had been wanting to experiment in recording. He'd bought a bunch of equipment and really was getting knowledgeable on it. And so we said, why don't we try it out with this? And so we started recording, and he redid his whole basement area to be a studio. We started recording there, and everyone just came in and did their segments in their own time. I personally would have loved like a group recording, just sort of everybody feeding off each other's energy. But it also, we started recording around the time that COVID broke out, and so we waited some time and waited past shutdown, and then picked it back up where at least one or two people could come here and lay down their tracks and lay down their parts, and then we went about it that way, kind of pieced it together. It took about a year, really coming to the point where you recorded those videos for us. It probably was about a year and a half getting to that point, because we had to lose a lot of time with shutdown. But yeah, since and in the beginning, like before we even hit the studio, Andy Sutton and Chris Loan took the songs and we discussed them, and they rearranged them from the way they were originally written. And so that was fun too. Like, okay, what do we like here? What do we like there? Let's play around. We spent probably about 6 months playing around with songs and testing them out live to see what worked and what didn't. Then we started recording, and then got to the point where like, okay, don't let me tweak anymore. We can't do anymore. Let's start recording. And we are really, all of us. I'm usually not presumptuous to speak for other people, but we are all really proud of the product. I'm so excited, and I'm gonna take the biggest nap after the release. I need a huge nap.